He played very well reactionally. Once he saw that his Nexus was getting blocked, instantly threw down those 3 more gateways and did counter pressure, and it worked out perfectly for him. If he can play that well reactionary again, I can only imagine.
In the 9 o'clock position, playing as the purple Zerg, we have VZ's STrife.
And in the 1:30 o'clock position, we have the blue Protoss, bTnOnyRa. Alright, I've got a question. Do we know what BT is for? Do we know Noni is, of course, Noni. Ra is White Ra.
Yeah.
Who's BT?
I don't know who BT is. I can't think of a group or anything that uses BT.
Yeah, I can't either off the top of my head, so...
We're gonna have to ask him. We know BT. BT. I can't think of anything. I can't think of who BT would possibly be. Like, is there a... There's not a player that's initials were BT.
Not that I know of off the top of my head.
Thinking back to Brood War at the same time. Unless he put BT instead of Nesty for some reason, but that can't be right.
Oh, 15 spawning pool coming down.
And Forge down, so I think we're going to see a Forge fast expand coming out of the Protoss. I'd like to see a Forge.
He might actually be putting that down to try to cannon rush, but I feel like that's a little late for his probe to be moving out if he's trying to cannon.
Yeah, I mean, there is the probe that is... BT is a phone company? I've never heard of that. Not in Cleveland, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah,
I mean, unless you're saying BT stands for, like, Bell Telephone, but that's Canada.
Well, Cappy is from England, so...
Oh, so there you go. No idea, then.
Yeah.
Hatch going down. And then there's the Nexus, so there's the Forge fast expand, but...
These choices of openings actually puts bTnOnyRa a little bit ahead. He got down his Nexus about the same time the Zerg got his base down, and the Zerg definitely delayed it by getting that earlier pool.
Yep, he is putting down his Photon Cannon, because he knows there's going to be some Zerglings coming in shortly. And there are 4 in production, 2 just popped out, slowly going to make their way across the map. Then the only... Look,
here comes the cannon rush.
Yep.
How does he not scout that? Oh, he is going to go back and scout that. What? He missed it?
He had... Nope, he sees it. He saw it. Yep, he saw it. He's good.
That was a good cancel then.
Yeah, he just saw, like, the very bit of it. He didn't see the probe, but he saw the pylon at the end.
Well, that was a good cancel on that pylon. We do have speed coming out. Gateway coming down for bTnOnyRa. I feel like he could have had that gateway out a lot earlier, especially since he had 300 minerals banked up there. He was probably saving up for the cannon rush, but not too bad.
He's keeping a probe down in the bottom left, probably to do a little forward pylon action.
Oh man!
Cybernetics core going down.
There's still not a third base for the Zerg.
Nope.
I think he's gonna go for a 2-base Roach Speedling all in.
And there's your Roach Warren.
There's the Roach Warren. Oh man, this is gonna be great. Warp Gate research is definitely miles away from being done because of how delayed that Cybernetics core was. This is gonna be game ending right here. There's no way he can pump out enough units from the one gateway, and he's not going to have Warp Gate done.
No, and he's not pumping anything out at this time. I mean, there's the Warp Gate research, but I mean, he's sitting on 500 minerals, and he's just now making 1 sentry.
Oh, here comes the police.
All right, so here's the PP. Okay, so yesterday we said that there was going to be a PP today that we had to talk about, and the best part is STrife at the beginning didn't believe what happened, and here's actually what happened, guys. Since we are watching the replays, you guys actually can't see. During that PP, bTnOnyRa actually hears his mother, who lives upstairs, screaming for him to come up. It turns out that his stepdad had a seizure in the middle of this game. And I mean, that's a pretty ridiculous, like, hey, PP, there's a seizure. Now, if I heard that, I'd be like, really? Like, that's what your excuse is going to be? Like, it seems a little out there. It's a kind of ridiculous thing to hear. But that's actually exactly what happened, was his stepfather actually had a seizure in the middle of this game. But they kept playing. He did offer to say, hey, do you just want to remake, since it was... I mean, the pause was, I think he said over 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But he said, no, man, we'll just keep going. Nothing's going on. So, but I mean, behind all of this, I mean, look at all these roaches and all these lings just flying in. Something... Okay, something's not checking out here. Where did this all come from?
Where did what all come from?
There was a PP, and none of this was in production.
Yeah, it was. Or no, actually, most of the units were already done when the pause happened.
Oh, there's a lot. And there's the GG.
Yeah, the roaches were already partially across the map, and then the lings were following up behind it. So most of it had already hatched, which might be why it wasn't in the production tab.
Okay, because I mean, even besides all of that, I'm sitting looking at everything that's coming out of the Protoss, and like after the pause, it's just like everything.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to play as that, especially when you delay your cybernetic score, cybernetic score so much, because you're not going to have the warp gate research out to deal with it, and you just can't produce fast enough off of just a gateway. You need to be able to scout that early on, and he should have known something was up when he did not see the third. Instantly, your first reaction should be, if there's no third, either get down a Stargate and get ready to build Void Rays, or throw down 3 or 4 gateways just so you can pump out units.
Mm-hmm.
That and the Overlord in the main distracted him from having his sentry down there to throw down the force field.
Yeah, keep talking. I'm trying to figure out why the heck I can't click on anything in replays.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out why you went so quiet for a second there, but yeah, it was definitely not played poorly. It was just maybe a lack of scouting and acknowledging that there was a big all-in coming. I do that quite often myself. I actually tried to do something similar to that on a different map against bTnOnyRa, and luckily for him, that time he did have the Stargate out and got Void Rays out to deal with it. That was actually game 2 of our match last week that got casted.
Oh yeah, I remember that. What interface are you using?
What interface am I using?
Yeah.
For
the replays.
Just the default.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I didn't know if you were using one of the new ones that we were talking about. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, you were like dead quiet though. I cannot hear you at all.
Now? You got nothing now?
There we go. Yeah,
okay.
I can hear you now.
You're
I
like.
didn't know if that was on your end.
No, you're skipping a bit. But you're good now. You're good now. No worries.
Okay.
Well, beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm so glad that we skipped. Well, not skipped, but I'm glad that today we actually have a best of 3, so it's not like an immediate cast and we're done.
IRX Gaming just posted. Derek knows his shit. I'm surprised.
Damn right he knows his shit.
I know my shit. I'm just very bad at playing because I get supply blocked all the time. I don't scout as well as I know I should. I know my shit. I'm just piss poor at performing in game. Like, I'll admit, I'm a terrible player. I just know strategies.
Yeah.
That's the only reason I win games.